Avik, I think he's still a world-class player. He's a cooler Rafa caliber.
Well, let's get it underway then. It's Avik versus Calipt, and we'll start off here with Calipt. And right now, he's picked up that mega health. Obviously, that yellow armor there from down below. And just to give you, you guys in the crowd again, a bit of a rundown of the armors. A 50 armor for the yellow, 100 armor for the red, and 100 extra health for the mega health. So, that's the extra that each player gets when they pick up those items. And you can see now that Calipt here taking that position round about the red armor. That's where he's lacking. He picked up the first mega health, so he's pretty much good for health. And actually will pick up that red armor. He's landed a good rail. Did actually get hit by the railgun from below there. Of course, that railgun, very, very deadly. 80 damage, instant fired, weapon. So it's one of those weapons that are really skillful and great to watch. You see some really fantastic shots being pulled out.
And now I think Calipt is in trouble because Avik is going to attack this red armor.
Well, Calipt knows it actually, and that's kind of great brain work from Calipt to stay away from that area, not to go in there.
But without any fighting, notice that without any fighting at all, Avik just took control of the entire map. Obviously, Calipt is quite well stacked, but Avik basically took the red and the mega without being challenged.
Yeah, and he's going to be up to that full 200 armor once again. And as he goes back around towards this red armor, he spots Calipt moving away, and he should be fast enough here to drop down onto that mega as well. And yeah, Calipt won't even try it. And you can see the, it was almost up to the full 200 health, 200 armor there for Avik. And now Calipt, he's got a great railgun. He's going to try and hit those shots, obviously do 80 damage, which will be spread out between the health and armor of Avik. And basically try and knock him down enough so that Calipt can get in and challenge for these next big armor pickups. This is one of them. That's a great bit of work. Look at that for a rocket from above as well from Calipt. Avik down to just 65 HP, and that will really force him to be on the back foot maybe for this mega health. In comes Calipt, and Avik was a little unlucky there. He moved away the split second that the mega spawned, but it is the German player here, Calipt, who will go 1-0 in the lead.
That's very interesting to see. Calipt is still an up-and-coming player after that European Championship that I've mentioned before. He hasn't really performed that well ever again, actually. But, you have to remember, Avik is actually the youngest ever Quake World Champion. He won that title in 2007, trumped Cooler for it, because he's, respectively, by the years he was born a couple of months earlier. Anyway, I'm not making too much sense here. So we're just going to watch Calipt get his third frag.
Yeah, and it's a good little start here for Calipt. I mean, bearing in mind the fact that he had mega health, then the red armor, then all of a sudden Avik just bullied him away from it, and he's now going to push in for another kill. He's down to 38, and that rocket just shaving past him. Let's switch over to Avik because he's the one that's now in control. This mega health will be up in 10 seconds, and Avik goes for that rail shot. One return there by Calipt, and now all of a sudden, Avik's the one that could be in a little bit of trouble. So this bit of health, the armor shards, which give you 5 armor per shard, will let him get in and onto that mega health once again. The red armor surely will go over towards Calipt, or maybe not. He's backed away completely. He's not even, wanting to stick around to see if Avik was, there in time for that one. He just wanted to be out of the way.
Yeah, he's a little bit maybe too passive, too afraid of Avik. Avik is just basically picking up everything. Obviously, as long as Calipt is in the lead, I have no right to question it, but this may end badly.
Well, right now, Avik dropping down once again towards that mega health area, which will be spawning here in just a second. As you can see there, the red armor is actually available, and once again Calipt not getting too close to it. He set himself up for the railgun, and that's a good aggressive move from Avik. Moves in, the rocket was good first of all by Calipt, but quite simply Avik had more health and armor.
Well, you definitely don't let yourself go against the ropes against a player like Cooler and like Avik. These are really, really good players when they have the chance to turn up the aggression and when they have the control. So definitely Avik knows how to put the pressure on, and Calipt is feeling it right now.
Avik there, just watching to see if Calipt would, move his way across onto that grenade launcher platform, which is maybe not where he'd make his attack onto that red armor. But again, Calipt playing that very passive game, and he did have at least a 3-frag lead, and that's when he started to be on the back foot. Now, Z10, you can run it quite nicely, but also 5 minutes, half of the game is a long, long time to be trying to hide. And if we switch over to Calipt, you can see he's doing just that. He's playing very slowly, and he's going to spot av3k, and he's going to run away to a defensive position where he knows that av3k can't actually get through without taking lots and lots of damage.
Yes, that's right, and he's actually doing a decent job stacking himself up with a random odd item. But sooner or later, I mean, unless he hits his shots perfectly, this is not the way to play in the long run against av3k.
Certainly isn't, and av3k, you know, he can turn up the heat. He's one of those players who can move very, very quickly, will be able to, you know, be so aggressive that you can't hold him off, and he will take risks, actually, to get back into the game. So, as you can see, av3k again just collecting those armors. He actually saw Calipt, and as Calipt puts those defensive rockets in, av3k's going to drop on him, and you can see he's wedged himself between Calipt and the teleporter.
But he's
Calipt
missing.
actually
He's
did
really
a good job.
missing badly. av3k is missing rails, missing rockets. It's not looking good, because Calipt had pretty much theoretically zero chance to win that fight, and he did come out as a winner.
4 minutes remaining. av3k still 2 frags behind as he again collects that red armor. Yellow on the lower area will be available, and again, it's not maybe for av3k, you know, that he needs the armor. It's more to do with the fact that if he takes it, Calipt won't have it, and that obviously makes the frags a lot easier to come by. As he moves in once again, Calipt just standing at one of those points where he can take 1, 2, sometimes even 3 kind of exits. That's a good rail from av3k. And actually, oh, he misses the rocket jump up, and that could have cost him, because that was possibly a, you know, a frag in the bag there for av3k, because he, Calipt did have the plasma out, but here comes av3k once again, pushing very aggressive. And he's got Calipt trapped now between these 2 points, and he will keep peeking it out. Question is, where is Calipt going to look from next? And yeah, av3k decides, well, my health and armor not all that great, and whilst I may have a chance to frag, I don't think I'm in the right position to do it.
Let's see what Calipt does, because Red and Mega are pretty much aligned.
Well, red armor has gone to av3k. Yeah, and Calipt's just playing so passive, not going anywhere near it. And this is the kind of play that will actually frustrate av3k as well.
That's right, but av3k, if he's focused, he's extremely patient. He will not be fazed by it. But the question is, can he find Calipt? 2 minutes and 45 seconds. It's not a very long time on ZTN. On ZTN, you can run for a very, very long time. So Calipt is actually adopting a very, very efficient way of playing against av3k here, but he is caught out by av3k. av3k misses the rail, though. He keeps missing those crucial rails. He needs to string a couple of rails together. Then he will be able to put enormous pressure on Calipt. Right now, he still needs to be cautious. He doesn't want to be caught out doing something stupid.
Well, av3k still in the chase. That red armor will be available for him. Let's have a look at Calipt's health. So he's got 100 health, 50 armor from that yellow, and there was av3k actually chasing down now. And as you can see, Calipt moving back, but surely this is a position where av3k's going to grab the kill. Comes in with that lightning gun. Calipt did a good job with the plasma. You know, he's one of the best plasma players actually around, and that plasma, of course, per cell is you know, one of the most damaging weapons that you can find as well.
Okay, under 2 minutes. av3k has under 2 minutes to capitalize on his control, get stabilize his control, and get that frag.
And he's surely going to pick it up here, and actually he will do that.
Health.
And yeah, it was very close. The defensive rockets from Calipt were great. And now you have to wonder, what spawn did Calipt get? And you can see he's down here by this yellow armor. He's waiting to see if av3k will actually try and drop on it before he collects.
90 seconds. And for Calipt,
20 to go. That's a good first rocket from av3k, but he's actually out. And Calipt did a little bit of damage with the LG. Mega health is there. Missed rail from av3k. That will put av3k now in a bit more of a tricky situation as we're about to hit that 1 minute remaining mark. And there comes Calipt going very aggressive with the LG. Rockets from av3k aren't brilliant. He will actually jump through the air, and that makes it a little bit easier even for Calipt to hit with that lightning gun. And still, we are tied up. Let's have a look over at Calipt. He's 130 armor. As this red armor spawns, av3k pretty much in a similar position now. As the grenade's being spammed around, and av3k's going to drop on him. Calipt wasn't ready for that one. It's great plasma from av3k, and finally he will pick up the lead.
And this is that famous plasma of av3k. He's world famous for that.
The plasma of these two players is just on actually a super, super level, and you know, I say Calipt is one of the best in the world. Probably av3k is the best in the world with the plasma.
Yeah, but that was a really, really close shave. The game was a really close shave for av3k.
Well, he's done a good job here with 12 seconds to go. He has 2 frags for his lead, and actually will land that rail as Calipt drops down in front of him, and Calipt will actually call good games with a few seconds to go. So it's av3k who picks up the first map here of the Intel Extreme Masters Global Challenge in Cologne, and well, you can see the smile on his face. I think, you know, the pressure